Here's an old Hobart Arc Welder I picked up a while back. It came with some cables as well, about 30 pounds worth. Let's see if this thing works. Let's open it up and see how it is inside, then try connecting power and see if it works. Very simple inside, just a single transformer. Bunch of wires going up, not even a cooling fan. Some bit of a message. There's a really old switch. Let's see. Seems to work. Let's give this thing a power up. Oh, wait a minute, someone's disconnected something here. Maybe not. Everything seems connected. Maybe it's some option. Anyway, this thing has two settings, low and high, depending which you plug it into. It goes all the way from 40 amps, 42, 45, 50, is that 40 or 50? 48, 51, 54, 57, 60, 65. 70, I guess 80, 90, 100, 115, 130, 145, 160, all the way up to 180 amps. That's a pretty good range. Looks like this missing connection is actually for the high plug on the front. Unfortunately, that's missing. Maybe I could redirect this wire over to one of the other plugs, one of the low current plugs, get the high circuit working again. This paper on the bottom just describes how to change it from 240 or 230 to 208 volts. Time to put some power to this. Let's see what it does. This is going to 240 volts. No bang, that's good. And ready. Seems to be working. Okay, let's try welding something. I've got the ground electrode hooked up to that missing high current tap, connected up to 100 amps in the high setting. We'll see how this runs. It's on a 15 amp circuit, probably is not going to run for long before the breaker trips. But let's give it a go anyway. That's not working too well for some reason. It looks like this tap that I thought was the ground is actually 160 amp tap over here, and they've reconnected this one. This goes up here to 160 amps, so I think this is actually ground. So let's give that a try. That's a lot better. That produces a pretty nice weld, although it's a little bit harder to get started than the Miller arc welder I have. I think the output voltage of this one is a little bit lower, so it's a bit harder to strike the arc. But it's pretty good nonetheless. The output voltage of this is actually not that bad. On 100 amps, puts out, it'll make it connection, about 70 volts open circuit, which is actually pretty good. On low, again, let's check, 83 volts, and on highest 180 amps, about 50 volts. And on the low electrode, low current setting, getting about 80 volts on the lowest current, 40 amps, and about 50 volts in the highest current, 65 amps. So it's actually not that bad. I think I'll have a go at making a replacement socket for the broken one here. Got a 1/2 inch diameter brass rod which seems to fit through decently. I'll just have to drill a hole down that about 9 millimeters, same as these ones, and then glue it in. It'll be a bit difficult to drill. I don't have a lathe. I'll have to figure out how to do this on the drill press. Okay, let's see how this goes. Surprisingly well, actually. That fits pretty much perfectly. It could be a little bit looser, maybe. I don't know if I have a drill just a little bit bigger than this one. We'll give this a try. Here is the finished plug. Drilled and tapped a 1/4 inch bolt for the electrical connection, and ground some little slots up here so the glue will hopefully grab better. That will just go into here. I need to mix up some epoxy and put that in. The electrode is glued in now. Looks a bit better on the front than it does on the back. We'll have to see how well this holds tomorrow. The glue is set overnight now, and it seems to be holding pretty well. I was able to bolt the terminal on no problem, and you can plug it in. It works just fine. That seems to have fixed the problem. Okay, time to clean up the metal casing. front panel's back on now, and I put a new cord on it, stove cord. It's pretty much wired up, just have to insulate the neutral. And I guess then all we have to do is put the cover back on. This ground connection is rather frayed, so I think I'm going to resolder this one. I certainly hope this wasn't done at the factory. I'm assuming this is something the previous user did. That came pretty easily. It looks like they've just packed a bunch of wires around it to get that to work, that to fit nicely. Some flux nicely on there. Should produce a much better solder joint. Okay, that should be enough solder now. Just let it cool when it's in a nice vertical orientation. And here is the finished welder. I think it looks pretty good. I think I'll leave the front panel as is. It's going to be too much work to make a replacement. Anyway, I hope you've found this video interesting. Thanks for watching.